Welcome to Gentle Groovy Yoga. So if you have a yoga mat, great. If you don't, it'll still work. But what I would like you to do is hopefully have a towel or something soft so that you can use it for support in your body. So we're going to start in a seated position. And you can use the towel underneath your beautiful bum to lift it up so that you can get a higher, longer posture. Let the shoulders melt away and just find your own really comfortable position. Now also notice there's different ways. If this isn't comfortable for you, feel free to put your legs out in front. We're gonna just sit for a moment and connect to our breath and just settle in. So get cozy, let your body soften. Feel your spine as long as you can, as if you were lengthening right out through the top of your head. And then just for a moment, close your eyes and just focus in on your breath. And if you can, keep your lips closed and just let the breath flow in and out through your nose. And with each breath, just calming the body, softening the shoulders. So that you're connected, you're relaxed, and you're tuned in before you start moving. And especially tuning into the breath, because the breath is your guide. A couple more long, slow breath in through your nose. See if you can also exhale through your nose. And then slowly and gently allow your eyes to open. And let's just start to move the shoulders a little bit. Just starting to connect to the music. So with yoga, it's super, super important that you really listen to your body and that nothing you do should ever create pain or hurt. So that's up to you. That's your responsibility to stay connected and tuned in and make your movements feel as yummy as you possibly can. So just start to slowly begin to exaggerate that movement a little bit. And then allow your head to be a part of that sway, just natural and gentle. And then when you're ready, just allow maybe even a little bit more rotation, allowing the head to circle into your movement. But stay connected to your breath. Infuse your movement with your breath. And really start to open up and lubricate your spine, your neck, your shoulders. And this is what's beautiful, is you'll see that everyone does it their own way. And at home it's the same thing. Just do it the way that feels best for you. And exploring just a little more range of motion. Something I like to do is always kind of have a gentle smile on your face. Put some happy in your movement. Now we're going to take one arm, doesn't matter which one it is, and we're going to reach it up and gently support yourself with your other hand and feel a nice stretch on the side of your body. Now while you're here, I want you to explore it a little bit, like looking down and looking up. You can rotate your wrist, just kind of keeping the body breathing and lubricating. And then when you're ready, you can bring it all the way over to the other side. And again, really feeling that long stretch down through the body. And again, you can add the wrist. You can turn it down towards the floor or open it up more. Wonderful. Now, let's kind of put this together. See if you can start to add the arms and start to create and explore the space around you. Still swaying and moving, allow the head to get involved. So that your movement is totally, authentically you. And of course, infusing again your movement with your breath. Starting to let that spine warm up. Beautiful. And then let's all take a huge breath together. Inhale through your nose. Your hands are gonna come together and you're gonna do this yummy little groovy motion down. Let it flow. We're gonna call this prayer groove. Let's try that again. Big breath in. Fabulous. And then a nice, easy groove down. Wonderful. Now we're gonna take the hands in front. Now we're gonna just roll over your knees and we're gonna position ourselves on our knees. Now this is where you can take the opportunity to use your towel for a little support on your knees. Give your knees some cushion. So spread your fingers wide, really place, and you wanna feel that your wrists are right underneath your shoulders and that your knees are underneath your hips. Right here, we're gonna go through that same thing. I want you to start to round the back, push down into the tops of your feet, into your hands, and round that back. Breathe into what you're stretching, and then I want you to reverse it and let the belly come down, push down to lift through, let the shoulders move away from the ears, and then reverse it and start to connect it to your own breath, how that feels right to you. And just play with that, arching and rounding at your own pace. Don't follow anyone, you follow your own breath. And then we're gonna do my favorite thing, is we're gonna groove it out. So what I want you to do is start to think about your spine and how it moves. And I want you to start to round it and move it. Beautiful. So you'll see that it's all through the body and the back. Let your head get involved. Beautiful. It's like massaging your spine from the inside and really move through it and let it feel yummy. And again, infusing with your breath and your softness. Even notice you could feel that your lips are soft. And now start to settle into, we'll just call it all fours, and your back is now neutral. Abdominals are pulled in. And what I want you to do is take one leg back and just tuck the toes and lean back into your heel. So you get a stretch through that calf muscle. And then just kind of move yourself forward and back, pushing through your toes back and forth. Yeah, little stretch on your calf muscle. Now make sure with your arms you're not locking your elbows. They're soft. Elbows are a little soft. And now lift that leg off the floor and see if you can stabilize and balance here. Now, just for a little bit of a challenge, take the opposite arm and reach that forward. And again, it doesn't matter. You don't have to do the same one I'm doing. Just whatever came up first. Now, if you need to modify at all, you can leave your hand on the ground, okay? Step by step. And find your own balance. Now, for 4 times, we're gonna bring the knee and the elbow gently together, and then we're gonna stretch it out as long as you can and reach through the fingers and the toes. And then try it again, touching the knee to the elbow, and then extending it out and reaching. Now, you've also got to stabilize balance. Abs are in. Try it 2 more times. Bring it in, and then extend it. And then what I like to do is add some expression, so round it. And then beautiful, dramatic, extend and reach. Beautiful, and release it down. Now before we go to the other leg, just take your beautiful bum and do a little wagging of your tail behind you. Awesome, let's try the other leg. So just extend that back leg, tuck the toes, and lean back into that heel so that the calf gets a little stretch. And just move it forward and back. Nice and easy. Wonderful. Now find that neutral position. Soften up those elbows and then extend that leg behind you. Now don't just lift it, stretch it, make it really long. Feel your stability, feel that your shoulders are even, and when you're ready, lift the opposite arm and extend it forward. And again, reach through the fingers and the toes. Feel that strong, stable body, and then here we go. Let's bring the knee to the elbow 4 times. And then reach it out, and take your time as slow as you need to go. Bringing it in, and extending it out. Connecting your breath how it feels right to you, but keep the breath flowing long and easy. Was that 4? Hold, And let's bring it down. Bring the knee down and do a little, again, little wag of your tail. Feels so good to wag the tail. And now we're gonna get into the feet just a little bit. So we'll release the tension off the arms. Tuck your toes behind you. And you're gonna slowly sit back. Okay? Now this is a little different if you've ever heard of child's pose. It's child's pose, but it's active. So the toes are tucked. So it looks a little like this, the toes. Now, if you've never stretched your feet, you need to take this in baby steps, which means just start to slowly sit back on your heels. Now, I know your feet are gonna start talking, so just take your time and come out of it if you need to. And if you wanna make it just a little bit more, you can bring your hands up to your thighs. Okay? But it's totally fine to keep your hands on the floor and just shift your weight back to your heels. And if this is okay for you, just start to add a beautiful, expressive arm. You can float the arms, and again, like Brianna's doing, you can just hold where you are. Breathe into it. I know you're gonna feel those toes. But our feet are the root of our body, and so it's important that we keep them strong and flexible and pliable. And then let's take a deep breath up and release it down. Take your hands to the floor. Now, all I want you to do is lift. Keep the toes tucked in. You're gonna lift your bum as high as you can. Drop your head. Now, walk your feet to wherever you need to. We're gonna call this move, we all know it in yoga, it's down dog. But I want you to keep your knees bent and really gentle for this first one. Just alternating your knees like you're walking it out. Picking up one heel and then the other. Keep your fingers spread wide. Keep your arms long and extended. And then really gently, keep this walking motion, but start to walk your feet slowly up towards your hands. Now again, if you need to bend your knees as much as you need to make that happen, then while you're here, just allow your body to hang. Just let it hang over your legs. And again, totally fine if the knees are bent. Let your body hang over your thighs. And then really reconnect to your breath. Really deep, really full. And every exhale, just let the arms hang. And now I love self-touch and self-massage, so do me a favor and actually start to kind of grab your ankles and start to give yourself a little massage through your calves. But again, let your knees bend. Just a little self-massage, even maybe up the back of your thighs, maybe even into your lower back. Just kind of just waking up the body before we get going. Little self-massage. And now bring your hands to the front of your shin bones, and I want you to press your hands into the front of your shin bones until you can extend your back just as long as you can for you, like right out through the tip of your head. And then soften the abdomen and allow your body to fold again gently in half. And then one vertebrae at a time, starting with the pit of your abdomen, pull the navel in, let your arms hang, and slowly, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll up. Really take your time. Keep it loose and soft, totally relaxed. Floating to standing, beautiful. Just roll those shoulders out a couple times. Oh. But again, I don't just like movement. Whatever you do, dance it. So kind of put your whole body into it and let it be an expression. Beautiful. And now take a huge breath up, suck in the whole room through your nose. And we're gonna prayer groove it on down. Let your body relax, let your hips relax. And let's do that again. Big lift. And then groove it on down. Groove it on down. One last time, let's take it up. And now this time, hold it right into center. Great job. So that's the end of this segment. But if you've got more time, continue on with us to the next segment.